BMB Coronavirus Report for Saturday, March 28th. Yesterday, Governor Cuomo spoke at the Javits Center in Manhattan, which in only 2 days was turned from a convention center into a 1,000-bed hospital facility built by the Army Corps of Engineers. During his daily update, the governor announced that school will be closed for an additional 2 weeks through April 20th. In Washington, D.C., President Trump signed the $2.2 trillion rescue bill passed by Congress for the economy. Included in the bill are expanded unemployment benefits and help for small businesses and corporations. Here in Nassau County, Executive Laura Curran announced the county was headed towards the steepest part of the curve as its infections crossed the 4,000 mark. Curran urged residents to continue following the social distancing protocols. Now, let's check in around the district with BMB reporters.
This is Kyle Persampire from BMB, and so far it's been 11 days since they shut down the schools, and it's going fairly well. Many families are getting the chance to bond more, do more activities as a family. This shutdown has been a really good opportunity to strengthen family relationships. People are figuring out routines that work for them while being stuck at home. Students, parents, working at home, doing their homework at home. And people with important jobs like mailmen, they're out there doing jobs even knowing the risks, which we all must applaud. Without them, you couldn't get the stuff that you ordered online. So shout outs to all the hardworking people risking their health in order to complete their jobs, and as well as all the strong people of the U.S. as we all work together to get through this shutdown. #AloneTogether. From Arthur Lane on day 11 of the coronavirus shutdown, from BMB, I'm Kyle Persampire.
Hi, I'm Vaughn Duque here on Bedford Avenue. And the typical day of online learning for me can be a little stressful, with a lot of work, but mostly it's fine to get through. Some online learning has gotten a little harder, mostly just math and science. Most of my friends like online learning because they get to sleep in, but they also miss seeing people in class. There has been a big workload, and if I could make a request to my teachers, I would request that we don't have work over the spring break because I think it should be a break from work. From Bedford Avenue, for BMB, I'm Vaughn Duque.
So currently it's one of the last few days of week 2 of quarantine. The streets just seem to be getting emptier and emptier by the day. I went outside to walk my dog the other day and I noticed basically next to nobody out on the streets. Normally there would be many kids, as I'm sure you've heard prior, playing on the streets and having a good time. Now it's like a ghost town. Most kids nowadays are learning online rather than going outside and hanging out. Going to a classroom and doing what's been assigned for the day is now what's considered a normal work day for students. Personally, I've been getting more and more used to the work and working this way, and the work I've been getting seems to have leveled out a good bit, but there's always room for adjustments. Online learning is definitely harder in some aspects in which you're not always directly learning from a teacher, and in an environment similar to a classroom, rather some teachers are just putting the work on Google Classroom along with some notes and letting us figure it out. Of course, their emails are always open if we do need some personal help. All in all, I believe that the work is getting better from what it was the first week, but hopefully we'll be back in school soon. But at this point, nobody really knows for sure. From Wilson Avenue on day 11 of the coronavirus shutdown, for BMB, I'm Romandetto.
Thanks, guys. In other news, medical schools across the country have been graduating students early to help fill needs in hospitals and clinics. We here at BMB decided to do the same thing, so we checked in with some of the current 8th graders who will be joining BMB next fall to see what they can tell us about the pandemic.
Hello, I'm Charles Decker from Grand Avenue Middle School, and I'm here to give a brief perspective of a student in another part of the district during this pandemic situation.
This is Maya Stone, an 8th grader at Grand Avenue Middle School, reporting on the coronavirus outbreak.
I'm Sammi, Rooney, a current 8th grader at Grand Avenue Middle School. Being home for the past 10 days, has been kind of different than anything that I've ever had to really experience.
During this whole kerfuffle, I've caught up on some gaming, noticing there's less time commitment for school activities. It's always good to chip a little more off the backlog, considering there's so many games to play, so little time.
Students and friends do most of their communicating using FaceTiming, texting, Snapchatting, and group chats. Although my workload isn't bad, reports from friends is that they are getting a lot of work. As always, it depends on the teacher assigning the work.
Sometimes we get, and understandably, bored very quickly. Especially like with me and my sister, we get bored so fast. And so I'll go on FaceTime with my friend, but sometimes our schedules conflict. Like my friend will be eating dinner and I'll be available, but when my friend is available, I will be doing it.
My friends have been saying that it hasn't been easier learning online, and that lessons are further spread apart, and that most stuff received has been review. They expect the possible return to school to be jarring at first, but within a couple of days it'll feel like we'd never left.
I like online schooling, however. It can be a little bit harder because your teachers aren't there to help you, but some of my teachers have been doing Zoom chats. In fact, my dance classes have been taking place by Zoom.
Hopefully, we don't have to be home much longer. Hopefully, this all subsides relatively soon. Hopefully, before May. Praying.
In regards to the workload, it certainly is less than a typical school day. However, it still takes out a reasonable amount of time from my schedule, which consists of my free time that I organize with my gaming, along with my usual daily regimen of about 1 hour of vigorous workout, which now I feel is even more appropriate to keep my positive energy, and I think we all might be snacking a little bit more than usual at this time. It's been interesting with this online school environment, but not quite the same experience as working in person with fellow students and teachers. I still believe that as teachers are still branching through the likes of Google Classroom and whatnot, online classes will improve. For BMB, from Harlane Circle, I'm Charles Decker, and I wish you and your family's days to be extra regular.
This is Maya Stone from Clifford Street reporting for BMB.
So, for BMB from Bridge Street, I'm Sammi Rooney.
That was great. You can see the future of BMB definitely looks bright. That's it for today's coronavirus report. Be sure to subscribe to BMB to get our latest reports on the outbreak as they become available, and be sure to check out BMB's latest PSA, It's Not Time Yet, on the BMB YouTube channel. For BMB, I'm AJ Freed. Stay safe, Malcolm.